Chapter 1, Part 2. I wonder what's there. Torak spun round. The darkness was absolute. Everywhere he looked, the shadows were bear-shaped. No wind, no bird song, just the crackle of the fire and the thud of his heart. The forest itself was holding its breath. His father licked the sweat from his lips. "It's not here yet," he said. "Soon. It will come for me soon. Quick, the knives." Torak didn't want to swap knives. That would make it final, but his father was watching him with an intensity that allowed no refusal. Clenching his jaw so hard that it hurt, Torak took his own knife and put it into Far's hand. Then he untied the buckskin sheath from his father's belt. Far's knife was beautiful and deadly, with a blade of banded blue slate shaped like a willow leaf, and a haft of red deer antler that was bound with elk sinew for a better grip. As Torak looked down at it, the truth hit him. He was getting ready for a life without Far. "I'm not leaving you," he cried. "I'll fight it. No one can fight this bear." Ravens flew up from the trees. Torak forgot to breathe. "Listen to me," hissed his father. "A bear, any bear, is the strongest hunter in the forest. You know that. But this bear, much stronger." Torak felt the hairs on his arms rise. Looking down into his father's eyes, he saw the tiny scarlet veins, and at the centres, the fathomless dark. "What do you mean?" he whispered. "What?" "It is possessed." His father's face was grim. He didn't seem like Far anymore. "Some demon from the other world has entered it and made it evil." An ember spat. The dark trees leaned closer to listen. "A demon?" said Torak. His father shut his eyes, mustering his strength. "It lives only to kill," he said at last. "With each kill, its power will grow. It will slaughter everything. The prey, the clans, all will die. The forest will die." He broke off. "In one moon, it will be too late. The demon, too strong." "1 moon? But what?" "Think, Torak. When the red eye is highest in the night sky, that's when demons are strongest. You know this. That's when the bear will be invincible." He fought for breath. In the firelight, Torak saw the pulse beating in his throat, so faint as if it might stop at any moment. "I need you to swear something," said Far. "Anything." Far swallowed. "Head north, many day walks. Find the mountain of the world spirit." Torak stared at him. "What?" His father's eyes opened, and he gazed into the branches overhead, as if he saw things that no one else could. "Find it," he said again. "It's the only hope." "But no one's ever found it. No one can." "You can." "How? I don't." "Your guide will find you." Torak was bewildered. Never before had his father talked like this. He was a practical man, a hunter. "I don't understand any of this," he cried. "What guide? Why must I find the mountain? Will I be safe there? Is that it? Safe from the bear?" Slowly, Far's gaze left the sky and came to rest on his son's face. He looked as if he was wondering how much more Torak could take. "Ah, you're too young," he said. "I thought I had more time. So much I haven't told you. Don't hate me for that later." Torak looked at him in horror. Then he leapt to his feet. "I can't do this on my own. Shouldn't I try to find—" "No," said his father with startling force. "All your life I've kept you apart, even from our own wolf clan. Stay away from men. If they find out what you can do—" "What do you mean? I don't—" "No time," his father put in. "Now swear, on my knife. Swear that you will find the mountain, or die trying." Torak bit his lip hard. East, through the trees, a grey light was growing. "Not yet," he thought in panic. "Please, not yet." "Swear!" hissed his father. Torak knelt and picked up the knife. It was heavy, a man's knife, too big for him. Awkwardly, he touched it to the wound on his forearm. Then he put it to his shoulder, where the strips of wolf fur, his clan treasure, were sewn to his jerkin. In an unsteady voice, he took his oath. "I swear by my blood on this blade, and by each of my 3 souls, that I will find the mountain of the world spirit, or die trying." His father breathed out. "Good, good. Now, put the death marks on me. Hurry, the bear, not far off." Torak felt the salty sting of tears. Angrily he brushed them away. "I haven't got any ochre," he mumbled. "Take mine." In a blur, Torak found the little antler-tine medicine horn that had been his mother's. In a blur, he yanked out the black oak stopper and shook some of the red ochre into his palm. Suddenly, he stopped. "I can't." "You can, for me." Torak spat into his palm and made a sticky paste of the ochre, the dark red blood of the earth. Then he drew the small circles on his father's skin that would help the souls recognise each other and stay together after death. First, as gently as he could, he removed his father's beaver-hide boots and drew a circle on each heel to mark the name soul. Then he drew another circle over the heart to mark the clan soul. That wasn't easy, as his father's chest was scarred from an old wound, so Torak only managed a lopsided oval. We hoped that would be good enough. Last, he made the most important mark of all, a circle on the forehead to mark the Nanook, the world soul. By the time he'd finished, he was swallowing tears. "Better," murmured his father, but Torak saw with a clutch of terror that the pulse in his throat was fainter. "You can't die," Torak burst out. His father gazed at him with pain and longing. "Far, I'm not leaving you, Torak, you swore an oath." Again he closed his eyes. "Now, you keep the medicine horn. I don't need it any more. Take your things, fetch me water from the river, then go." "I will not cry," Torak told himself as he rolled up his father's sleeping sack and tied it across his back, jammed his axe into his belt, stuffed his medicine pouch into his jerkin. He got to his feet and cast about for the water skin. It was ripped to shreds. He'd have to bring water in a dock leaf. He was about to go when his father murmured his name. Torak turned. "Yes, Far?" "Remember, when you're hunting, look behind you. I always tell you." He forced a smile. "You always forget. Look behind you, yes?" Torak nodded. He tried to smile back. Then he blundered through the wet bracken towards the stream.